Good morning, or whatever it is, wherever you are. I'm going to be out Saturday mornings. So I'm going to be poking at 1 Hour 1 Life just now. Got all that stuff. Okay, so what we kind of determined in our play last time, and I haven't updated any of the files because the changes thus far have been like minor bug fixes to the actual game code. So we're just gonna roll with what we had last time. The update's late and I'm early, so it hasn't really changed versus the production servers. So this is what we were seeing, and I still don't have any way to reset this. I probably don't really need this bug location message thing. It's not super in our way at the moment. So now what we want, the question is, how is end pause getting difference than our destination position? That is the mystery. Which means I'm going to have to understand all of this code out here. Oh, I remember what I was thinking of. Oh, I thought something might be useful here. So it's like Vim. I don't know. They have a very folding is the term that they use. So because of the massive size of this code base, I'm thinking this might be helpful for getting the larger structure of stuff. Method manual. Okay. And that tells us just how big some of these functions are. Well, we know what Jason's editor is now. And it looks like some of these big gaps might be to break up functions. Anyway, I do have to figure out what function, well, does that mean we were in step? Reached, different reach test. Next action message to send. What is our top level? Yeah, there's a lot of little collapses in here. So here's a for loop. Z motion. Z close. Is that okay? Well, that's going to be all that one block. Map pull mode. It doesn't seem to have a brace. This does seem to be closed. Where is this in fact the step function? It just disappeared. Yeah, so living life page step is our immediate thing. Is any signal set? Apocalypse in progress. Server socket connected. Move moving objects. Of course, I kind of need to know about where this was. So 15994. So is this ZO, and there's toggle current fold, and then capitalize them to, so for instance, this, well, close it, open it all. Simply stop walking. So there's only 3 lines there. So we've got this thing, which is where our stuff is. So distance end pause. Now I'm not necessarily seeing like things that set end pause. I'm just trying to figure out the overall structure. There's an elf. Oh, because this had a reach destination. There's an auto run. That would be a different end condition. This is a else. Current path step less than path link -2. So that might be a relevant thing. Current path step. Current path step. So presumably we were inside this. Current speed not equal to 0 and path to death not equal to null. 76. Alright, because it went to like 1599 something, so yes, that covers us. Current held anim, it was moving. Anim fade, get object, holding, current emote, current speech. Update all positions for moving objects. Okay, that also includes this. And does that get us all the way to like our top level stuff? What does that even mean? So, I mean, I guess it makes sense that step is a big thing, but wow. So we've got socket stuff, we've got mouse over, we've got moving objects on the map, mouse over, home slip position, hints, hint message, tutorial stones, slips moving, ping pong, largest pending message time gap, messages, map poll, Positions for moving objects, and this does cover us up to our current spots. That's not too surprising. So this takes us down to the 1675. Okay, speech emote holding current animation equals moving. So this is what, like 370? Takes us to like 1599 something. It's still a bit. This is Z open, yeah. Oop, did I opened all of, or did all of step. So we go about 15, somewhere down here. Yeah, so somewhere in there. Yeah, so closing that level will close everything inside of it. Open, close. Open, fine. Current animation equals moving. No big deal. Writable shouldn't be a big deal. Current animation not equal to moving or not writable. Not writing something not equal to -1. Last anim fade. Cur held animation equals moving. Holding shouldn't be a determiner here. Anim fade. Path to dust. And this covers us up to everything we're interested in. Path to dust not equal to null. Current speed not equal to 0. So this is the case where we're still moving. Cur step dust. Current path step. Current path step plus 1. Which implies that current path step can never be the terminal point of the list. Wait, end pause is only tile by tile? While less than current speed and current path step is not the final step, I guess. Move up. So it can advance a little bit. And this is why it's checking 2, because we're going to go up. Can we move up? Okay. Wait. Did I close the wrong thing? I thought I was just closing... Oh, it has to be on the bracket. Dir, turn factor. That's not especially interesting what we're looking for. Turn factor. Normalize. Num frames on current step. Time speed. And twice as much time reaching this tile as we should. Okay. I keep hitting the wrong thing. Because it has to be on the bracket. Substantially in X. Don't change flip. Current path step. And just a flat, if it is possible to advance. Oh, that actually moves the position. But only if we can advance. Path step dist factor. Distance. Start pause. Distance from our current position to our start position. Path step dist factor. Our current position to our end position. If we're farther from our, if we're closer to the end than the start, yeah, so we don't worry about getting to exactly the end pause. This says, okay, we've made progress. If we're not near the end, move forward, and if we're closer to the end than to the start, then we move up one. Else, current path step is not less than the end, so we are near the end. Oh, so this is where we say, aha, we're near the end, so we're going to issue our new fake click. Reach destination of bare ground click. All of this is, does this encompass everything we're interested in? This is the entire case we're concerned with here. We are near the end. We may or may not have done any of these intermediary steps. Well, no, if we issued a new click, we would... Oh. I principally see this for other players, so anything that's not... I think I've seen it for myself sometimes, but I'm not sure. But we very often see this for other players. Oh, not bracket. Z-toggle equals RID. Wait. Yep, nah, wrong. Wrong one. That has to encompass it. Oh, because I'm probably on the wrong line. 15959. So we are in the case that we are within we are down to the last, we're going from the second to last to the last part of the path. We can't advance any farther because it has to be between two actual points. And we see this in other players. Maybe something applies to us, maybe it doesn't. So end pause should be the final point of the path. So this should be our destination. Although if it was our ID, I guess maybe we could have issued something else in the meantime. But it's not our ID. So what we really have to look for is how does the end point of our path become different from our destination point? How do we, like, is more folding, closing one or more levels throughout the whole buffer. Close all folds. For now, undo that. So this is... And of course, now I want to zoom through some stuff. End pause is path to dest. Where are we actually assigning path to dest? That's clearing it. It is passing a reference to path to dest. So probably it gets made in pathfind. End is what? Okay, so that should be the destination discounting blocking objects. Oh, there are wide objects. Okay, I didn't realize that was a thing. Because I've been seeing a little bit with the like the Newcomen pumps and such. I'd not noticed that go in. Path offset X, path offset Y. So path find. Is that going to be move into world coordinates? Fusing without path marks. DJ in case where start equals end, we just closest death if pass failed. Oh, that's the object. Okay. Get 0. That's actually the termination. Oh, and this is actually the path drawing. So for pathing, we could always draw the path. And then if I also could draw a destination position, I might be able to get something there. And there was even this code, which I don't remember how we... Yeah, so there's this debug overlay. Oh man. Yeah, that really lagged out Vim to have the syntax checking on. Build Windows One Life. And then we're going to want to pin that for easier access. Oh, I have to start up a server. Our bug bean tacos are still here. Oh. Okay, so that is pretty much showing us what the path is. And I don't know if that mark there, what is it trying to do? Oh, display care. Highlight path. Oh, and that is in fact the destination. So that could, in theory, tell you when they fall out of alignment, but you'd probably have to get into realistic scenarios to see when that is. Was there no path there? There's a path there. Or was it all behind objects? Yeah, so I don't know what that will... Can't really see it long enough. Target character is. There's some sort of display character for the object. Maybe that was an earlier version where everything was displayed as text. But yeah, the path is actually keeping up pretty good most of the time. So that is player update. Resets path to dest. But, okay, so a player update. Not equal to null. It can mean a move truncated. Wait, so is path length a thing we pull out? Oh, this is like... Okay, there it is. Was it? Yeah, path to dest. Oh, but now we've lost it. Highlight path, path to dest equals null. This is a brand new object. This is just initializing it. Non-forced update about other player or still playing their last movement. No, move truncation should be somewhere along our path. So apparently there can be truncated moves. Found, cut off. But that does synchronize destination positions with the end positions. But that's going to search the path for a match, and there is no else. Done moving and forced, but that synchronizes current in there. Unless it's something that sets destination without setting path. Try an even number. Player moves. This is when the server can tell us a series of moves. So I guess that could fall out of sync with our local destination position. So could we check for we got to the end of a player moves and destination position didn't match. $13,900-ish. Server sends path, about 13,900. Server sends path, dest update. I guess we also got player update, sends dest, path update. Memory equals 6 and path length greater than 0. Older messages, make this pending too. Current speed not equal to 0, not equal to null. Interrupted move. What's an interrupted move? PM method. Oh, player move? They aren't out of range anymore. So you can get final player update telling us move is over. Current speed not equal to 0, and we have a path. Interrupted move. Current path pause. Append. Old path. I guess we got old path somewhere else. Existing current path step. Any double backs? Always replace path for other players with delays from server. Yeah, this stuff gets pretty hairy. The O passed per death. Actually, I'm gonna have to check the source target order on this. This does update the dest coordinate with object, which we'd have to see how objects had been set. Getting a move for player. Not really doing anything with the other side right now. Off chunk. Just the path link. Old current path pause. Man, this is complicated. Point from here to our next step. So you start on old path, branches off before or after where we are. Start and end position. Don't have enough to put a patch. Walking toward next path step from wherever we are, but don't jump existing object position immediately. Using old path step. So this is definitely some complicated stuff. I guess I should be looking for where... Only jump around if we must. Hard jump back. Where can we adjust our path, and do we ensure that end pause equal to dest pause when doing that? And which should be considered authoritative? Actually, I want to look at something. Well, there's what says object. I wonder if that's some animal moving around. Because there was... Yeah, there's a bunch of objects moving around here, actually. Player update. Player move is done. Got client message. Move. Move is done at. That'll tell us a little bit about... But I'm not sure. I mean, I might just have to turn this path debugging on while playing. See if I ever see it out of tune, although there are things that are specific to... Oh, that must be a waypoint when it had to go around something, I think. Okay. What's W? Oh, geez, I didn't notice where that was. Display car? Waypoint. Oh, an object can have a waypoint. It might not always be useful or always be really used, but it's always there. Highlight path. Or closest path best. Of course, now I've lost where I was working. Well, we need to find out every place where we can realistically modify. Or what about... Oh. Path through waypoint, use waypoint as dest instead. Oh, and this is around... Is there only one group of pathfinding? So we've got 15... Yeah, there's only one place we do pathfinding. That updates it to waypoint delete path to dest, and then pathfind a waypoint. Right? Yeah. So we have to ask if pathfind can ever be wrong. I'm gonna take a short break and be back in a minute or two. And I guess I just need to find every place we either. I need to find every place we set both of them to find the ones that don't match up. It's like 5 of the tech pods.
This is funny. I can see
Wow,
Redzen, like
so apparently
can
he
see
found a way
people.
to stall people here. Interesting. What did you do, Hendrik? And I have no soil.
I'm just looking at like the resin pile, and it's just like
Why? Oh, I took
It's-
off all my canisters when I was doing that. Can I still reach one? Not with all this organic in my backpack.
there we go. Okay.
There we
Dang
go.
it, is everything gonna be invisible for me? 'Cause that would stink.
Okay, I can't actually build into myself. What did you do, Hendrik?
I'm inside the ground right now. I'm down here. This is where I am. Okay. Oh my god. How Don't worry, guys. We're ready to go explore the planet now. Oh shit, this is all cheaty, isn't it? 14 strength. That's pretty sweet. But is that what they started with? Because that doesn't get boosted up, right? As far as I know. Okay, so we need to do some more debugging. So the issue is when it comes out here, it wants to go in either direction. So when it comes out, I think we need to make sure. But why would it ever try and go backwards? There's an exit.
Alright. Welcome back. So pathfinding. Can pathfind... Ooh, pathfind isn't defined here. Is that actually a minor gems thing? Pathfind, so it has a in goal. Start and goal equal. Get grid distance. This is a 600 line pathfinding. So total delta, insertion sorted queue of records waiting to be searched. Oh, do you get map height, map width, a blocked map? Full path length, full path. Guess what I'm trying to figure out is, does this guarantee that we actually hit the... Well, I guess what I just need to... What I need to be watching is when we do pathfinding. When we do pathfinding, closest found. Max waypoint path length. Why would we use a waypoint? Clicking on nothing and continue movement right away. What is... Waypoint is the mouse. That's weird. And waypoint is only used temporarily? While doing a fake click. Well, the waypoint itself may have some other value. Wait, I thought I searched for pathfind and didn't find anything. I guess I was doing search for whole word there. So let's use waypoint only happens if it's a mouse. So that wouldn't apply to other players? So we'd normally be doing this. If path found so path found must be a Boolean. Path found. Move into world coordinates. Oh, I guess it has to do in the area of the known map. Should draw path marks. Path not found in. Closest death if pass failed. Degen case for start equals end. Alright, so last debug. Shoot, what I call it? Bug location message. So we think we are done with you. And we're pretty sure that this thing is its own issue. Bug location message. So I want to come down here. And we want to know if it is ever the case that we find a path to somewhere other than our destination. So that is going to be it should only be path not found. So the path should be invalid then. Move into world coordinates. We should have gotten an in-object path length. If in-object path to dest in-object path length -1 not equal to in-object xd oh, he does this style, doesn't he? Dot x dot y bug location message is path find did not match dest. And actually, I'm going to need to do something that clears this out occasionally. Step 1. Oh, interesting. There's a... Ah, if you're holding, then it's always creating waypoints. Huh. Oh. Okay, so in normal running around, and I'm not doing anything terribly complicated right now, with the single player, I don't seem to be running into this too often. Is it a multiplayer thing? Oh, of course, no, I don't know where my other player is. Fortunately, I can cheat a bit. And then... And then if we're running around, actually it'd be a little bit easier the way that my windows have set up. Did I close the other one instead of just switching? I guess I did. Yeah, so nothing as of yet. So it might be something that only happens in the more busy servers. It's just kind of a matter of... Oh. Oh, okay. I guess I need to be more careful double checking my path exists. This one still works, though. Oh. Was that actually the bugged move that, what did the server say about that? Disconnected. Okay. So that's probably... I was being... I need to be more careful here. But we're supposed to be inside this, or path to dust is not equal... Ooh, no, I'm not inside that. His indentation style always confuses me. That was like... And that, like, changed the location of the if, and... Yeah. So there... Yeah, so that could have done it in the case where we didn't find a path. Tried to evaluate that condition. Oh! You didn't die, you were just behind the tree. So somewhere over here was hitting that other case. But we were or at one point trying to do a two-client thing to see if it had to do with other players. Also, I was curious. Yes, it does draw it for all players. So if you actually wanted to use this, I wonder if I should maybe... Well, the problem is this is the kind of thing where if it's not on all the time, you'll never see the discrepancies. Yeah, that doesn't exactly match that draw path stuff. Okay. So that's one place we can set path. You can path find it. That clears it. That clears it. That might not delete it if it was there. Okay, this is player moves start. Require an even number. Object path to dest. Object xdyd. An even number at least 8. Num read. Wait, oh, num read is from scanf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then tokens. Wait, this says at least 8? Oh, so that's the number of tokens. But this is at variance with their... well, it certainly makes modding hard. This is more bug fixing at the moment. Admittedly, I did end up starting to go out and look at Ruby and a bunch of other things back when I was doing C, so... Server protocol. X start, Y start, total sec, ETA trunk. Okay, and then it's the delta, Y delta. Just started moving. So we're told when they start moving, their start position, delta grid offsets along their path, how long it should take, truncated paths, the player originally requested. To the player move request, later mid-move the path gets cut off. Sent to truncate the path at that point. With done moving when these players reach their destination, the client must assume the player is still in transit. So a player moved inherently does not update the player dest position. And that is a network message. Was I not watching? Well... So we got tokens. Oh, so this is a case elimination. Num read, num tokens. Path length. The first 6. Path to dest is the path of the length. We've got the start X, the start Y. Get element direct. Tokens is some kind of structure thing. Indoor X and Y, make them absolute. Okay, so that gives me a path in object. Is object the thing we're... Okay, if we read exactly 6, and we have a path length? Six is our first couple things here, which means there were no tokens. XD is path length -1. Oh, yeah, because that's the number of things that scanf read. So if we read all of those and we got a path, then we should be making these equal. Game objects, get elements ID, existing equals get element J. Holding player till other messages pending for them. That could cause some time translocation stuff. Pending. And it just gets reparsed. But this is when it's scanning the object, actually playing the PM message, some pending message. Oh, right, because this movement takes time. All right, old path length, current pause, old path, interrupted move. And this is where it gets really complicated. Okay, but we did, if we got a path, ooh. If we got a, well, we set objects, not existing, to destination. Old path. Move double backs. Keep play space path for other players for server. Not equal to RID or it's truncated. Existing path link, overwrite it. Path to dest is new. And mem copy it. And then we reset this. So in that case, they should be equal. So that's our current position. Don't force update these for... Wait. Is that supposed to be an equal to RID? This does technically exclude the truncated case. Does this look like it's supposed to apply to the current player? Adjusted to our own movement. So this could be considered differentiated, whereas that was stuff that was the same. This could be considered differentiated based on those two conditions. Are they kind of doing sufficiently similar things that we should be concerned? Well, no, because we're already doing this OR, and then we do more things if it's not a truncation. And then we come down here and do this again. For our object. So this is a case where the code doesn't match the comment, which is one of the dangers of comments. Don't force update these. Or is this doing the force update? Okay, so always replace path for other players. So this can still happen to our path if it's truncated. So this is the mem copy, and then for other players, update some stuff. And since that's mem copying the path, it is also resetting the destination. So I'm worried that this might be an inverted condition. Does this act like it has not replaced the path already? Existing path to dest. And then is path to dest the new path we got? That's O path to dest. What is just plain old path to dest? Existing path to dest, okay. Oh, actually, is there any references to object here? That's... or to O. No, so this probably is related. I don't quite understand the nesting. It seems like we hit not equal RID a lot. There's the ETA. Oh, here's an else, adjusted to our own movement. But then this can happen in addition to the other truncated. Only jump around if we must. That resets current pause to dest pause. Yeah, this doesn't really reference object. I don't think I've seen anything in here that actually gets the object path, which means we do. Then, do we never receive player moves for ourselves? Do we just assume that the client has path found locally? I mean, it's got pathfinding, so I guess you could do that. Existing. Wait. Delete existing path to dest. Huh? Where's it getting new path from? Start on old path. Existing path to Dest. Old path length. Old current path pause. So this is counting on it having been replaced. I think. Because there's very few references to the object path here, so we parsed it out. Okay, so question. Do we receive player moves with only one player? Holding PM message, that could throw us off. Lines. Now, lines are probably temporary buffers, so we can't stick them into my message. But we can say... Did we receive a player move message with only one player? We can see if it's sending us updates about ourselves, if that's even a concern. Okay, we do get player move updates about ourselves. But as far as I can tell, we ignore them? Oh. Pending messages. Is that happening with a single player? Of course, I don't even know if this can happen with a single player. Or for the same player. I think I had the dislocation happen. Okay, I'm doing stuff like crazy. I can't seem to interrupt myself. So not trivially. Stay in motion. Not equal to null. An interrupted move. But our local client is probably taking care of this already. Okay, so old path is an empty thing. We can stick that on if we were moving. Remove double backs. If it's not us or it was truncated, we memcopy it. Delete. This is something I could maybe raise on the issue tracker to say, hey, do you think either this comment or this line is wrong? I would need to revert back to plain old version. But then if it is, well, okay, so that would be just multiple conditions. Don't update these or truncate it. Well, okay, adjust it to our own movement. I could maybe see that. Just weird that he's doing the not equal twice. So there are current pause equals destination. Current speed. Oh. Right, we were looking for a place that allowed these to become unequal, not a place that allowed path. That is a speed equals 0, but it doesn't create the surface bug we're tracking. And this is primarily, I don't know if it would ever even send truncated to oops interplayer. What can you adjust? Next world, current move direction. New path. Delete path to dest. New path get element array. Ooh. Have at least give it an artificial, oh, it gives it an artificial start pause. I don't think will affect it. So we want to know how often we're mucking with our path. Because this appears to be changing the path without changing the dest position. Well, I guess a player moved from the server should, ideally, end at the actual player position. But what are we doing here? If start is on our old path, new path, found start index. Now add rest of new path. So we're looking for the new path to start on our old path. And then if we don't find it, we pretty much do nothing, I think. Step equals 1. Append leading path. Oh, step direction, okay. And add the new path on top of that. So the end of the path should still be the end of the path. Zero to existing path length, push it on. I don't think that can put us out of sync. But where is my... But we want to check... Well, really we want to check the end of this entire player move sequence. For everything it does... oh, I might have to scope this to where we have existing. Yeah, that is the search for the existing object. Probably could have searched and replaced this. Inconsistent. We don't expect this to go off very much. Yep. And this will be expect to be actually more of a situation in a multiplayer scenario. Let's actually get you... Negative, negative, negative. Oh, we're past the we're all Eve's level of number of births. Ah. Too far down. So neither of them have gotten anything especially interesting yet. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, these are kind of rare things, which is why they're hard to find. Alright, so that's a place where we are updating an object. Current speed. Old path exists. Empty adjacent first. Mem copy old path to dest. Oh wait, this is... Oh, this is must move. Why must we move? Old path to dest. Completely blocked in. Just move to closest. Well, that's, if it equals null, which I don't think we're worried about, it resets position. If it's equal to null, new grid pause 2, but destination is equal to destination, so that's not a concern. Current move direction. This is sending it to the server. Equals sub compute path to dest. That can delete it. And then we're into pathfinding, which we've already kind of looked over. In fact, there's our bug checking. This should only be drawing it. Non-forced update about another player. What we really care about is if we actually start updating things. Clear an existing path. But that resets their destination, so should be fine. This is like it's deleting everything. Wait, what? Nope, object deleted. This is the token parsing, which we've already looked at. So this is like the two places you can set pathfinding or player move. So now how about... I think that's about that's probably the only syntax that can set those. Path through waypoint too long. Why do we throw this out? Use waypoint, because waypoint only seems to be in response to mouse clicks. And no, this deletes path to desk, so that's not a concern then. Jump to wherever the server... Oh. Player action pending. But that's like our player, and we see this on other players a lot. Player update matches our current path destination. Yeah, so then there's player updates, which I think can change. Should pause path end. Existing path to dest. Matches our current update. Else, should be somewhere along our path. Found. Wait, do we do nothing? If it's not on our current path. Holding player message. Other messages pending. Yeah, so pending messages are a thing we haven't really considered properly yet. But if we can get out of this thing, so this would be a player update message. Parse out a whole bunch of stuff. If we get to the bottom of this, and existing is not equal to its dest, then we have a player update left inconsistent. They aren't in range anymore. It doesn't do anything for that object's... Well, okay, so technically that's only the initial part of all this. Uh, uh, failed trunk. What we really want to do is find like the end of the player update and see if it's just the player update. And then we know we need to keep looking in there. Oh, but it is lines. So this does have to be in the per line part. Well, that's an existing. So I think this must be the unused holder ID. Okay, so that's something else. Next object. Vehicles player update. So we're going through num lines. We're reading a line. We're checking all clothing stuff. Oh, this is PU for self, which I'm not as concerned about. And existing desk truncated. And remove with truncated to an obstacle, artificially forcing PU position. That's setting forced, so it should be fine. Already held as pending. Oh man, there are just so many cases. Where do we have... So we get existing. That's an existing not equal to null. This is an existing not equal to null. Existing not equal to null. Well, we're still playing their last movement. Looks like it's only considering this holding case. Yeah. Non-forced update about another player. Not equal to null. Oh. Okay, so we're already covering that one. Existing not equal to null and held, which I don't think is a concern. Existing not equal to null and pending pickup. Existing not equal to null and someone else is responsible for this change to us. Existing not equal to null, held, aren't out of range. That can set their position. So whatever, so it's this block, I guess. Just take else if existing not equal to null. I think, so we have an existing, This is just a miscellaneous update. Immediately send ACK message. Existing RID. So there's a number of subcases in here. Oof. There's a lot of subcases in here. So this is PU catch-all update. Else, this is a new character. Oh, display car. Display last car used. Okay. This is our big else. We died. All the death stuff. Object deleted. Unused folder ID. Holding a baby does not exist. Oh, got player update, display car, and then we're into player move start. Poke around this a little bit, see if anything weird happens. Okay, all our original people are dead. This will probably be a baby again. Oh, no, actually, oh, I guess from starting out you're still on both cooldown? Or maybe if it's idle long enough, it resets it. Okay, so... Oh! The player that was moving off got an update that left things inconsistent. I do need a way to clear that message, but I imagine player updates are going to be coming in quite often. Okay, and you did not get that just for walking off. Okay, we know that can sometimes do it. I do need to periodically clear the bug location message. I don't know. I guess I could do a manual clear when I do. Pay view update. Oh no, I forgot what it was. Catch-all update. So something here left the path inconsistent. One. But it was for ourselves. So I guess this is where. Well, actually, is there anything that even touches path in here? Clear an existing path since they may no longer be on it. But that just resets their location. If there's no path, they should just be there. Yeah, so that's kind of a force. Huh, so we can update location without... I think I found an update in there. If existing was out of range... and we set their current position, but if they were out of out of range. Oh, player out of range. Should player out of range reset their path? I would have to get a player that was moving when they went out of range. And well, ideally the server would send us the player move when they came into range. So I guess it could actually be considered a server bug. Although it's usually only off by 1 is the weird bit. All right, I want to take a short break. I'll look at this a little bit more.
It's back.
No, wrong one. Oop, oh, cleared the cave. Woo, got a little bit of air there.
We don't need one to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically World War I with cannibalism.
Only 2001, yo. I lied, 2010. Nope. That's not it. Ah, that was ferridium. I don't want that either. I'm literally looking for a specific thing, and I'm not gonna find it. Ouchie! It hurts so bad in my butt.
Welcome back. All right. So PU catch-all. Can happen from a forced, which sets current speed. That cleans up dust. So that's not it. Object XD. We're getting down into some other stuff here. I feel like my search didn't quite do what I wanted. Oh, maybe I kept doing the reverse search. Or reversing the reverse, that is. So that takes care of path to dust. Baby dropped. We don't think that's it. That's the issue. And then that's the other case. So it really has to be this existing out of range. I was trying to catch like anything that could happen out of there. It was like you just went out of range and then we got an update. So, okay. So then the question is, where is current speed set to not 0? It's done that here. Update move speed. Path length. Okay. Update move speed existing. Using old. Ignoring where server says we should be. Where the heck is this? Fun path. Always replace path for other players. This is player move. Update move speed. Update move speed. Update move speed. This is click. Make this correction about once per second. If must move, pointer down. So it would have to be this? This is a not equal to RID. So we get a player update about them. And we somehow didn't properly reset the path. Well, there is some path adjustment going on here. But this happens if there's a player move. So the question is, can we start moving if we're not moving? Hmm. So I think I want to try doing some playing, see if I can get a sense. So the first time I go off screen of the other player, I get a catch-all update that leaves our coordinates inconsistent. Oh, you know what? You know what? I was in a position where we always had a path before. We don't necessarily have a path. We do not necessarily have a path. I should probably check for any other instances of that kind of thing. Probably wouldn't be a good or a bad thing to just have in general. Bug location message. And this is a location where we definitely have truncation. This is inside a not equal to null. Nope, because we haven't saved. Nope, because we still haven't saved. Hey, Lost Scholar. Oh, indeed. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm not, fortunately, I'm not playing at the moment. I'll be playing tomorrow, but I'm going to be out in the morning, so I wanted to do my bug hunting today. Yeah, well, I was hoping to get into some crafting tree stuff later. This ended up mostly being code hunting. It might still be relevant if anybody has any observations about the inversion bugs. So I think this was, yeah, okay. So that was probably just a bug on my part. Oh, have you been poking at the code as well? Oh, and we actually died. Oh well. Not quite. But hey, Lenny Juice. But so that is not that consistent. Well, I think I've traced down. Okay. So you're not streaming Beat Saber then? I mean, I know that the VR stuff can be super awkward. Oh. So uh that doesn't work. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't have anything I can easily achieve right now. I just kind of need to do a bunch of playing with this and see if I get any hints about where our locations are drifting. So it's Friday, and I'm just about to switch over to Stepmania myself. So if you want to play some rhythm, if you want to watch some rhythm games, you're quite welcome to go back to Lost Scholar. I think this is as far as I can take this right now. And I do want to, not push off my lunchtime too much, so I do kind of need to wrap up if I can't get these things to error out on me here. My other person might have died. Oop. But I might leave this thing on so I can spot when somebody's locations are mismatched. Ooh, although I might want to set it up so that I always draw the destination position. Because I think this is only displaying when there's a path. What was that thing I flipped? It was display car. Percent, if... Oh, current pause not equal to... Well, this is exactly the thing we're looking for. Okay. And then I could almost turn off path highlighting to reduce the spam, but we'll see how it goes. This might be a little bit too much with a bunch of people running around. Don't remove... Oh, the debugging? Okay. Yeah. So I'll just leave that up and play around with it. I might want to stick that into STG series. Yes, we're on debugging info. Stick that into the debugging info patch. So I think I might want that up passively. I could also switch it over to be on my debugging flag. But yeah, so that is anytime they're not equal. And this is actually floating point not equal, whereas I was doing the rounding before. So hopefully that will also help identify places where they're out of sync. And then if I can get some of my messages to trigger, I can hopefully figure out where that's happening. Or where we're getting the paths that can end in places that people aren't at. So that's what I will play with tomorrow. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the other patch updates. Yeah, this is some coding stuff, but I was actually just about to say that if you're here for coding or anything One Life related, I am done. I am going to be back in a few minutes to do some Stepmania. I am going to drop stream to get it to a higher frame rate setting, and then we need a few minutes to get Matt set up and refill water and all that stuff. But meanwhile, thanks to Lost Scholar for bringing some friends, as well as everybody else for hosting. So it's usually about Monday, Wednesday, well, I'm coding most mornings except Thursday, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I move on to Stepmania. So yeah, I will be back in an old system. Not sure what you're talking about there, but If we're talking about frame rate, it's intentionally low for, and that will actually not show up here because does it unrefresh. But it's intentionally low so I can get more resolution for all the programming text in the bitrate I can reasonably push. Anyway, I will be back. Yeah. Frame rate is intentionally low for resolution right now. Anyway, I will be back. And actually, I don't have anything to easily blink here. So we'll just go ahead and put that one up. And then, yeah, I will be back in a minute for Stepmania.